of my greatest lessons and greatest learning lessons because it was my greatest loss, my greatest failure. When we closed the business, closed the doors in October of 2018, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It was extremely difficult. It was very humbling. I learned so much about myself and a lot of lessons that I've extracted over the years that I'll share on another podcast. But when I closed it down, I realized that I really needed to learn management, business, leadership, and really my own masculine journey from somebody that had been doing it really well. And someone who I'd following on social media for quite some time, Bedros Keuilian, he was on my radar of my top 10 people that I'd want to work with and I'd want to learn from. And just so happened that he put up a post, and the timing was perfect. I really think God works in a very mysterious ways, directing us down the path that we need to go down. Bedros popped up on my Instagram. He put up a story. It says, I'm launching a new business and I'm looking for a partner, someone to help me kick this off the ground. It's going to be an 8-figure business within a few years. I just don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the time for it. I've got the resources. I need someone that can show up and do it. But you have to be willing to relocate and you have to be willing to take on the opportunity. And I saw this and it spoke to me. And I said, well, I know nothing about this business. I had just come out of a massive failure in regards to closing my gym. But I do believe that if I show up with energy, enthusiasm, and white belt mindset, that I can get the job done. And so I reached out, started a conversation, a call with his vice president, a good friend, Bryce Henson. And he interviewed me and we hit it off. And I just showed up with energy and enthusiasm on the call. And I sold myself. I sold myself by being completely transparent about my successes and my failures, the things that I'm good at, the areas that I still needed to learn in. And I was authentic. I was completely authentic. I was not trying to show up any way that was not truly transparent and real. That allowed me to get my foot in the door for an interview. And before I got that interview, or when I got that interview, I really wanted to stand out. I wanted to make sure that I got this position, that I got this job. I was willing to relocate, close down all my business in Arizona, move across the country over to California, start over. The opportunity, I really just saw it as an opportunity more so than anything. The money didn't make sense from the standpoint of, what I would be taking, but I knew there was a great learning opportunity, so I was willing to sit at the lowest seat at the table to really learn from mentorship capacity. When I got the yes for the interview, I wanted to make sure that I stood out, so I sent him a boot. I sent him the other boot for this. I think I've got the left one. He's got the right one. I sent him the right boot. And on the boots, I put a cover letter. And it said on that cover letter, I want to put my best foot forward. And I think I'm a shoo-in for this position. And I'm willing to kickstart this new chapter. And I can't wait to kick things off on the right foot. So all very foot and pun, but it stood out. It stood out, and it got me the opportunity to truly sell myself. And that's really all you need in life. You need that one great opportunity. You need that one great opportunity to sell yourself. And when I got that interview with Bedros, I'd already stood out amongst the other candidates, the other people that were interviewing for the position, and I showed up with the other two things. I showed up with a white belt mindset, being open, honest, and transparent with my failures. Open and honest, the fact that I know very little, but I am energetic and enthusiastic, and I'm willing to learn. And that first interview, that set the tone for a 4-year mentorship, a friendship, and brotherhood. 2 months into us kickstarting that relationship, he hired me to launch Truly, which is now doing very well under new leadership. 2 months into us kicking off that supplement business, we were in the gym working out, and we literally had a conversation about our personal development, things that we have grown through, the deepest, hardest thing that ever happened to us, the physical, mental, emotional, and sexual abuse that we experienced as young men. And